Welcome to What to Do When, where we tackle the unexpected and equip you with the knowledge to face any situation. In today's episode, we will be discussing survival strategies when lost in a forest. Did you know that each year, thousands of people find themselves lost in forests around the world? It's a frightening thought, but fear not. We're here to empower you with the right knowledge and preparation to significantly increase your chances of survival. So buckle up and let's dive into our survival guide. Remember, knowledge is power, and it might just save your life one day. Have you ever wondered what you would do if you were lost in a forest? It's a situation that can happen to anyone, and knowing how to react can mean the difference between life and death. In today's discussion, we'll delve deeper into the steps you need to take to survive and find your way back to civilization. First and foremost, don't panic. It sounds like a cliche, right? Easier said than done. However, it's absolutely critical to keeping a clear head. Fear and panic are a double-edged sword, often leading to poor decision-making. According to a study from the Department of Psychology at the University of California, fear and panic can increase the likelihood of making irrational decisions by up to 60%. The study concluded that panic can cloud one's judgment, leading to hasty actions that may worsen the situation. Therefore, it's of utmost importance to maintain calmness. So, how do we do that? Here's a tip. Practice mindfulness. Present in the moment, acknowledging your fears, but not letting them control you. It's about acknowledging your surroundings, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, the flowing creek. It's a mental exercise that will keep your mind focused and grounded. Breathing exercises can also play a vital role in keeping panic at bay. A simple yet effective exercise is the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and exhale for a count of 8. This cycle until you begin to feel a sense of calm washing over you. Take a moment to calm down, breathe deeply, and assess your situation. This measured approach can be the key to your survival and safe return to civilization. Next, it's crucial to find your bearings. Pay close attention to visible landmarks that could assist in identifying your location. These could be unique trees, large rocks, or even man-made structures. If such landmarks are not immediately discernible, consider elevating your vantage point by climbing a tree or a hill, ensuring you can have a more expansive view of your surroundings. But safety first. Don't risk a fall. Moreover, it's useful to understand basic celestial navigation. During the day, the sun moves from east to west, which can provide a general sense of direction. At night, locate the North Star or the Southern Cross, depending on your hemisphere. They are constant and reliable guides. According to National Geographic, an alarming 60% of people get lost while exploring outdoors due to lack of navigation skills. Therefore, knowing these fundamental navigation techniques like using the sun and stars can significantly increase your chances of staying oriented and safe during your expedition. Water, the essence of life, is a fundamental requirement for survival. In extreme situations, a human can endure without food for weeks, but water is a different story. Making it through just a few days without it can be a daunting challenge. Water deprivation can lead to severe, life-threatening dehydration. Dehydration can cause symptoms like dizziness, confusion, and fatigue, and in severe cases, it can lead to kidney failure, brain damage, and ultimately, death. Therefore, securing a clean water source should be among the first things on your survival checklist. Streams or rivers are your best bet in terms of water. Their continuous flow often means they carry fewer harmful pathogens than stagnant water bodies. However, if no such water bodies are nearby, you'll have to get more innovative. You can resort to rainwater or morning dew, or even snow if the environment permits. Collecting rainwater involves finding a large, clean surface like a tarp or raincoat to catch the rain, which you can then funnel into a container. As for dew, it can be collected by tying a clean cloth or a tuft of grass around your ankles and walking through high grass before sunrise, soaking up the condensed moisture. The moisture-laden cloth can then out into a container. Regardless of the source, it's crucial to purify the water you collect. Boiling it is the most common and most accessible method. Heated to a rolling boil, water becomes generally safe from most bacteria and parasites that could harm your health. In conclusion, water isn't just another survival need, it's imperative, and knowing how to secure it effectively and safely can be the fine line between life and death. Securing a suitable shelter rises to the top of the survival priority list. Even in the mildest climates, exposure to the elements can rapidly lethal. The dangers are manifold: hypothermia from the cold, dehydration from the sun, or an unexpected encounter with a wild animal. Be it unrelenting rainfall, biting winds, or harsh sunlight, each can drain your energy and dampen your survival spirit in no time. Natural habitats like caves and large fallen trees can serve ready-made shelters. But don't limit yourself to these. You can engineer your own with the resources at your disposal. The idea is to build a shield that guards you from wind, rain, and potentially dangerous animals. In your quest for a warm shelter, insulation is key. When constructing your own, consider using branches as the framework. Layer them with leaves, moss, or mud for added insulation. If you found a natural shelter, you can improve its insulation by lining the floor with dry leaves or pine needles to create a barrier between you and the cold ground. Remember, your body heat is a valuable resource. Don't let it escape into the cold night. The tighter the space, the warmer you'll stay. Properly prioritizing and insulating your shelter can make all the difference in your survival journey. Now, let's delve into the topic of food. While it's true that you can survive for a substantial period without it, an important role in sustaining your energy and uplifting your morale. In the wild, a variety of sources can provide you with essential nutrients. Let's take a closer look at these. Firstly, there are edible plants. Not only can they be a rich source of vitamins and minerals, but they also provide dietary fiber that aids digestion. However, it's imperative to identify them correctly, as some plants can be highly poisonous. A good rule of thumb is to stick to plants you can positively identify, and when in doubt, avoid consumption. Next, insects are a surprisingly potent source of protein and fat. They might not seem appetizing, but once you overcome initial discomfort, they can be a valuable part of your survival diet. Ants, crickets, and certain beetles can be eaten, but steer clear of brightly colored insects as they can be toxic. The small animals in the wilderness, like squirrels, rabbits, and birds, also hold high nutritional value. They are packed with proteins and fats necessary for your body's functioning. Setting simple traps can significantly increase your chances of catching these animals. For instance, a spring snare trap using a bent sapling and a tripwire can be effective for trapping ground-dwelling creatures. However, remember that you must respect nature and only hunt what you need for survival. Also, mollusks and freshwater fish can be a great source of protein. If you're near a body of water, try crafting a simple fish trap or a hand line. In summary, while the wilderness may seem daunting, it is abundant with food resources. The trick is in knowing what to look for and how to obtain it. But always remember to be extremely cautious, as the line between sustenance and danger can be very thin. Fire, in its raw and fundamental essence, is an indispensable survival tool. Beyond its visible functions, it also serves as a psychological beacon of hope and comfort in the harshest of environments. Not only does fire provide warmth in the bone-chilling cold, it also offers a means of cooking food, sterilizing water, and warding off potential threats. It's remarkable how a single flame flickering in the darkness can bolster morale, alleviate fear, and cultivate a sense of security. The sight and sound of a fire crackling can instill a sense of calmness and normality, even in the most arduous circumstances. Mastering the art of fire starting is pivotal. You can achieve this through various methods such as friction, flint, and steel, or using a magnifying glass to harness the sun's energy. But creating a fire is just the beginning. Knowing how to maintain it is equally important. In wet conditions, you'll want to keep your firewood dry and covered. Use large, flat rocks or a tarp as a makeshift roof if rain threatens to extinguish your flames. In windy weather, create a windbreak using rocks, logs, or your own shelter. Remember, a well-maintained fire is more than just a tool for survival, it's a tool for thriving in the wilderness. The primary goal is to get rescued. You must create visible and audible signals that can be seen from the sky or heard from a long distance. The number 3 is of particular significance in this scenario. 3 of anything, be it fires, piles of rocks, or tree markings, is internationally accepted as a distress signal. The reasoning behind this is simple. 2 fires could be a coincidence, but 3 fires in a line is deliberately human-made and is a universal code for help. When it comes to signal fires, there are a few crucial tips to remember. First, select a location that's highly visible, an open area or a hilltop, for instance. Then, Gather dry branches, leaves, and grasses to start the fire. For added visibility, you can add green branches or rubber pieces to the fire, which will create thick smoke. Always remember to keep the fire under control and have a plan to extinguish it if necessary. Signal mirrors, on the other hand, can be an effective way to attract attention, especially from search aircraft. Simply aim the reflection of the mirror towards the aircraft. A simple way to do this is to hold out a peace sign, the reflection, between your fingers. This can send a bright light beam that can reach several miles. And if you hear a search party or a helicopter, make as much noise as possible. Bang on pots and pans, shout, or use a whistle if you have one. The louder you are, the easier you'll be found. The variety of signals, from fires to mirror reflections to noise, enhances your chances of being seen or heard and ultimately being rescued. In summary, when stranded in a forest, the essential steps towards survival include the following. Maintain composure, ascertain your location, identify a water source, establish a safe shelter, discover edible resources, ignite a fire, and signal for rescue. Each of these steps is critical. Staying calm helps to preserve energy, make rational decisions, and reduce the fear factor. Determining your bearings helps you get a sense of direction and avoid walking in circles. By finding water, you can prevent dehydration, which is crucial for maintaining energy and focus. Secure shelter not only provides protection from the elements, but also offers a sense of safety and comfort. Locating food will provide the necessary sustenance for survival. Starting a fire not only deters wildlife, but also aids in food preparation, warmth, and signaling. Lastly, signaling for rescue can draw attention to your whereabouts, ultimately leading to your safe rescue. Remember these steps, practice them regularly, and you'll significantly improve your survival chances. Regular practice of these survival skills will increase your efficiency and improve your adaptability to unexpected situations. This guide, although not exhaustive, provides the fundamental knowledge everyone should possess when venturing into the wilderness. And remember, the most effective way to survive being lost in a forest is to prevent getting in the first place. Always be prepared. This includes packing a basic survival kit comprising a flashlight, a compass, a multi-tool, a first aid kit, and some high-calorie food bars. Stay cognizant of your surroundings, studying the area's maps and routes before your journey. Let someone know your intended path before you embark on your wilderness adventure. These precautions could potentially save your life. Knowledge is not just power, but a lifesaver, particularly in survival situations. Empower yourself through the acquisition of wisdom, not just any wisdom, but survival knowledge. Equip yourself with as much information as you can about survival techniques and the environment you'll be venturing into. Taking a survival course could be your lifeline. Such courses often provide hands-on training, helping you understand how to navigate treacherous terrains, identify edible plants and insects, start a fire without matches, or signal for help in effective ways. You will learn how to utilize your surroundings to your advantage and transform seemingly dire situations into manageable ones. Studies have shown that individuals with survival knowledge have an increased chance of surviving in extreme scenarios. A research study conducted by the Wilderness Medical Society showed that individuals who completed a survival course had a 20% higher survival rate than those without this crucial knowledge. In fact, according to the American Hiking Society, individuals who have basic survival skills, like knowing how to find water or build a shelter, are 50% more likely to survive compared to those who don't. So the more you know, the better your chances of making it out alive. Remember, in the wilderness, knowledge isn't just power, it's your lifeline. As we wrap up this survival strategies guide, remember that every piece of knowledge you acquire could be the difference between life and death. The wilderness can be a harsh and unforgiving place, but with the right mindset, skills, and preparation, you can turn it into a place of learning and growth. Now that you're equipped with these survival strategies, your journey to becoming a master survivalist begins. Keep practicing these skills, stay curious, and continue learning. The wilderness is an open book filled with countless lessons waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching the What to Do When series. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more survival tips. Remember, knowledge is power, so empower yourself, and you'll be ready to face any survival situation that comes your way. Stay safe out there.